Today's stories include the next Yakuza game was reportedly leaked on RGG's website. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake is adding content, and the government is calling upon video game executives. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. My name is Andy Cortez, and I'm joined by Snowbike Michael Howard.
Hello, number one. How are you, Andy?
What do you mean, number one?
You're my number one. Always and forever.
Damn, really?
Not 1.1, not 1.2.
You know what I mean?
That's a threat, Mike. You can't be threatening me on live air. This is all evidence that'll go into the case.
He's my number one. How are you doing, Andy?
I'm doing great, man. I'm
You're
doing great.
deep into Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah.
I didn't see you stream last night, so what'd you do?
Played a bit more off stream.
Okay.
I was exhausted yesterday. I was just really, really sleepy.
Okay.
Ended up falling asleep around 8 p.m. Woke up around midnight, showered, went back to sleep. It was, it was kind of a waste of a night, but
Just an easy, low.
But yeah, I was gaming on, on my Steam Deck, before I fell back asleep or whatever. What did you get into yesterday?
More Skate. I played about another 6 hours of Skate. It was off an hour for offline maintenance, so
Okay.
We'll say that I played 5 more hours of Skate.
So did you? So you pieced out during that 1 hour? What'd you do in the 1 hour? The unaccounted 4 hour?
I stayed on stream and I just kept clicking the button. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
All right, awesome.
It's a long day.
Damn. I mean, so yesterday you, Barrett, and Blessing played a lot of it.
Played about 3.5 hours with the boys yesterday.
Went by in a flash.
Then another 5 or so last night. Yeah, it went by in a flash. I played so much that it won't let me play anymore. And we'll talk about that on today's Gamescast. But I had done everything you're allowed to do in a day challenge-wise, and I didn't like that.
Wow. Well, we'll be talking about that in the Gamescast later, like Mike just mentioned. And then after that, you'll get to see some more Skate fun. But remember, this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with a Kinda Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, and now Spotify and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free. Watch us record them live and get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be a part of the show, submit your thoughts and opinions as YouTube Super Chats as we go. Housekeeping. This Friday, after the Gamescast, tell everyone that you know that Game Showdown returns. We got Greg, the returning champ, repping Team Blue. Tim Geddes repping Team Orange. And Team Purple returns with the mystery captain taking the helm. Can't wait for y'all to see who it is.
Kind of giving Jeff Keighley vibes to me.
How so?
There's something in the air that's like Jeff Keighley could be in the office.
He doesn't have that hair.
But he doesn't have that head.
Yeah.
Well, that could be anyone's head.
Or those ears.
You know what I mean? Roger made this graphic. I'm just putting it out there that like Jeff Keighley could be in the office on Friday.
Fuck. You're really kind of shooting for the stars right there.
You gotta shoot. You gotta hope.
Where's Ben Starr at?
Where's Ben Starr? He could be here on Friday.
Where's Carl
I'm just
Jacobs?
letting the people know that on Friday, expect something big. For
You
Team
really
Purple.
want to let yourself give up the mantle for Carl Jacobs? Someone who I think somehow performs worse than you do, Andy?
I mean, it would be a great comparison. You never want to be the guy. You always want to be the guy after the guy, Mike.
Okay.
You never want to be after the guy. You want to replace the guy after the guy. So, like, if Carl Jacobs comes in, then all of Team Purple fandom all across the country with all their Team Purple jerseys and stuff, they go, man, we fucking want Andy back, dude.
That wasn't the guy.
He retired so early, this next guy sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what you want your legacy to be. You think Aaron Rodgers is happy that Jordan Love is popping off with the Packers?
Absolutely not.
No.
But they had someone in between them.
Who?
I don't know. There's a guy after the guy.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I was thinking it was like Mike Flynn. I remember Mike Flynn. Man, Flynn sanity. He fucking destroyed the Cowboys. It was a really, really bad time. We're an 11-person business all about live talk shows, everybody. Today, after Kinda Funny Games Daily, you'll get the Gamescast, which is Skate, our first impressions. It'll be me hosting, talking to Blessing and Mike. After Gamescast is the stream, Mike's top 10 skate spots in Skate.
These are the places you need to visit.
It's a skate kind of day.
It's a skate day. It was the biggest release of the year.
Can you give me a hint as to one of the spots?
There's the Peekaboo View.
Peekaboo View. Okay.
The caveman drop.
Is okay.
Devil's tail.
Oh, man, there's no like Devil's Backbone.
No Devil's Backbone.
Damn.
But there's the Devil's tail.
Was it the Devil's Backbone in Brink or in Airborne? Chat, look
Brink.
that up. Was it Brink?
I think it was Brink.
Damn, dude.
But those are some teases for you. Some epic spots. I'm a big fan of the Peekaboo View. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's probably the best spot. But the Devil's Backbone is like larger than life, pretty wicked dope.
Oh, it was in Airborne.
Yeah.
It was in Airborne. The Devil's Backbone. What a good movie, everybody. If you are a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is No Games for a Year, the Roger edition. Because Roger wasn't on that game.
He stole that from me.
What do you mean? Fucking Roger.
I asked him yesterday to be on with me so we could double it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it fun. Then I do it all by myself. What does he do? Steals my stuff.
Oh, my God.
I
dude.
already stole it once. You can't steal it again.
You can't steal back for the second time. That's unfair. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by Shady Rays and Factor, but we'll tell you all about that later. For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 7 stories today.
Baker's dozen.
Story number 1. About to be a doozy, everybody. Everybody strap in. The government is calling upon video game execs. Chairman Comer invites CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify on the radicalization of online forum users. Maybe start with 4chan. Like maybe start in that area before you go to the other spots. Today, House Oversight and Government Reform Committee Chairman James Comer invited the chief executive officers of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify at a full committee hearing on October 8th, 2025. The hearing will examine the radicalization of online forum users, including instances of open incitement to commit politically motivated acts. Quote, the politically motivated assassination of Charlie Kirk claimed the life of a husband, father, and American patriot. In the wake of this tragedy and amid other acts of politically motivated violence, Congress has a duty to oversee the online platforms that radicals have used to advance political violence. To prevent future radicalization and violence, the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit, and by the way, this is an aside.
Okay.
Not sure where the Twitter/X leadership
Where that
is.
falls in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That may be the, up
Might be
there.
one in the circle.
That might be rank 2.
Yeah.
Getting back to the quote, they have called on the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit, and they must appear before the Oversight Committee and explain what actions they will take to ensure their platforms are not exploited for nefarious purposes, said Chairman Comer. This is going to be something that is probably going to result in a nothing burger.
Okay.
Just like, I believe it was like Trump calling on, I guess Tua Tagovailoa was a part of some committee as well, quarterback of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
This could end up being a nothing burger, or it could evolve into something that we are going to hear about for the next several months.
Okay.
We'll see how this story develops. I still do think it's very, very odd that Twitter was not on the list.
Yeah.
There, because it's not just private chats that these things are happening in. It's very public out there that a lot of the nefarious things are being spoken about in public forums.
You turn on Twitter, you can see a lot of that.
Yeah. So we'll see the way that this story develops. Yesterday I saw a super chat that said, Andy, can I get a grito for el 16 de septiembre, which is Mexican Independence Day, where in 1810 they said, hey, we're rebelling against the Spaniards. We're taking our shit back, right? And they asked for a grito. And I have too many DMs and mentions wanting to deport me and my family, so I just couldn't bring that heat upon me in that moment, Mike, to do the grito. And it's hot out there. The streets are hot.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just kidding. Fuck them.
I knew you would. I was waiting for you.
You got to, Mikey. You got to. We'll see the way this story, develops and continues to unfold. It's going to be a while of. This is all the information we have so far. Barrett, you're on the camera right now.
Yeah, it's just something to look out for. Keep in mind as this all comes out starting in a few weeks, right? I do worry about what attempted legislation comes out of this in terms of continuing to try to erase communities online that are safe havens for different minority groups. In terms of wherever this questioning goes, this does feel a little bit like scapegoating, just because it has been learned that the person who killed Charlie Kirk used Discord. But I just happened to I was watching Hassan Piker yesterday break down all of the stuff that was in that Discord, and they just kind of all seemed to be a bunch of normies. Like there was no like huge crazy like radicalization of the left or right. So this does feel very much like old men who don't understand any sort of internet stuff.
And time is a flat circle.
Yeah,
we've seen
exactly
the people look at Mortal Kombat and Doom, and it's just this thing will continue to persist because they'll never go after the real problem of getting good gun legislature and any sort of way to actually fix the problem will likely never happen because there's too much money there. I always assumed that you wouldn't see much done in terms of gun reform until something really, really bad happened to somebody that they knew. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't think they'll do anything until something like that happens. And it turns out that still won't happen. Like, you're still not going to see anything really, really done because there's a lot of money in keeping guns out there. There's a lot of money in not making it difficult to get a gun. And yeah, we'll see the way these stories develop. The person who is the murderer was also texting. So do we also go after
Verizon?
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous by this point. And they will continue to look everywhere, except the problem that they need to focus on. And that's usually how things go because there's too much money there. And that's about it for story number one. We'll probably get more on this, more follow-ups. We'll probably get more quotes, and this could just end up becoming nothing. My prediction is that this won't become a nothing burger. I think this will become something because they, like Barrett was mentioning, you're looking for the scapegoat. You're looking for something to pin this on, anything that you could blame the problem on, because that, you got to get that gun lobbying check, and if you try to do anything about weapons, then that's likely less money in your pocket. So they're really, really good at that from what I've seen in the past 20, 30 years. Story number two. Sega's next Yakuza game reportedly leaked on Like a Dragon website. This comes from Andy Robinson at VGC. An apparent listing on Ryaga Gotoku Studios' website is claimed to have a leaked announced Yakuza game. According to users on Reddit, Yakuza Kiwami 3 was briefly visible as a listing on the official series website, as well as in results on Google. Assuming the claims are accurate, the listing has since been removed, and its brief appearance comes a week ahead of a planned livestream event in which RGGS is expected to reveal a Like a Dragon game. Last year's Ryaga Gotoku Summit, which took place ahead of TGS, saw the announcement of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which was released the following February. And Mike, you and me, we don't got much to say about the Yakuza series, aside from this is exciting for Yakuza fans, and we have one Yakuza fan in our heart, and he happened to steal your topic for the Gregway.
Yeah.
Come to the stage, Roger McCorney.
Hey, Andy. Nice to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
How you doing,
Good
man?
to see you, man. How's it going?
Michael.
Told his ass to get out here.
Earlier this
It's a miracle that I'm not sitting right there with you instead of Mike.
earlier this morning there was a. Do you want to host with Andy?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a. No, you host. Yeah, he's been doing this every single time. It's
wait
been an
till
issue.
wait till
It's
I
like
tell you-
it's going to be in the feedback form this
Wait
week.
until I tell you about skates. You play in skate. You can have other play for you.
What do you
and
mean?
they'll complete the whole challenge for you. It's
Wait,
awesome.
what? You can just have like
Yeah.
anybody you're
I
playing
call
with.
upon anyone and be like, the challenge is too hard.
Yeah.
You play, and they'll do it for me.
Hi everybody, what's up?
Roger,
Hi.
with the leaks here and with this upcoming live event, you know that something new is going to be announced because
Yeah.
RGG puts out a new Yakuza game every 7 months or so, 4 months at this point,
Yeah.
at the pace that we're going. Is this what you were hoping to get? Is this what you're wanting from the future of Yakuza? And also, by the way, I did mention at the end of yesterday's Gamescast that I had really had a bad omission in the
Whoa.
year without games
Yeah.
Not putting
podcast.
Yakuza.
It would have been Yakuza.
Really,
Playing the whole
Yakuza Zero?
series.
Yeah, I mean all of them.
Whoa.
Be the whole thing.
That's
Holy
brilliant.
There's
Andy.
30
That's
Yakuza
100%
games. They're all
right
700
answer.
hours long.
Mike is incredible. He
I
just
brought it up for you just in case you didn't
No, I
remind me.
know, but you're just looking through it like you're at the slot machine, like full page Yakuza
Okay, well.
Kiwami, looking at the images, going like he's never seen
I
this
don't
game
want to play
before.
video games, but I've been deep in a gambling hole because of Pokemon.
Oh, you would
man.
love gambling in this. This
Oh,
is this
man.
is real
I don't
gambling in
want to
this
play
one.
video games. I got a problem right now.
Yeah, is this what I want specifically? No, not really. I have not played Kiwami 2, so I'm still behind. Kiwami 3, of course, is the remake of Yakuza 3. This is seemingly the one that that needs the most work out of Kiwami 1 and 2 already exist. And that's
Wait,
good.
hold on. Can you give me?
let's
yeah.
pause.
Let's
Repeat
go
that
back.
one more time. You said Kiwami
Kiwami-
2 is the remake of
Sorry,
3?
my bad. I fumbled that. Kiwami 1 and 2 are the remakes of Yakuza 1 and 2. So Kiwami 3 is now the remake of 3.
So these are
Gotcha.
remaking the originals?
Yes,
Is this what
exactly. So this is a
okay.
remake of the original Yakuza game. So this is the third Yakuza game that is now remade into
What
Kiwami
consoles
3.
did those did the OGs come out on?
PS2, I believe.
PS2?
Yeah, PS2. So yeah, this is what this is, and apparently from the word on the street, from what I've read, Yakuza 3 is a good game and it has a great story, but the combat and the gameplay is pretty bad and pretty dated. So Kiwami 3 is definitely needed, and it makes a lot of sense. I've been seeing a lot of the sentiment online of Kiwami 3. Where's Kiwami 3? Not specifically what I'm looking for, because again, I need to play Kiwami 2. But I'm excited for the fan base out there. I think there's a part of me that does definitely want some type of in-between sequel before we get to Yakuza 9. Yeah, 9. We're at 9
Which
now.
is Project Century?
No, that is a separate
wow,
thing.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, this is what's crazy about Studio RGG over here. They're doing the Virtual Fighter. They're doing potential. They're doing Kiwami 3 potentially, and then now they have what else they have? Oh, and they have Project Century, which is Stranger Than Heaven. I always forget the actual name. Yes, Stranger Than Heaven. So I always thought that they were going to do a smaller game like a Pirate Yakuza in between. We get Yakuza 9, but it makes sense that this is the smaller game,
remake,
quote unquote.
yeah.
Remake. Of
So do you
3.
anticipate this being a spring release and then the big Project Century being in the fall/holiday or maybe the following year?
Yeah, that's what I would assume would be next year would be their Stranger Than Heaven. I don't know where Virtua Fighter falls into this. They've been showing gameplay of this, not regularly, but they just randomly like, hey, here's like a few minutes of gameplay. I'm like, okay, this game looks cool, but I don't know where that slots in. I don't think we even have a full-on name for it, like an actual like, hey, is this
You
know,
said
Virtua
the
Fighters?
virtual fighter, and that sounds pretty
That's
sick.
pretty sick. Yeah,
That
it's like
would
when I
be
called
really neat.
Edge the Edge. It's pretty sick.
You called the wrestler the Ed. I like that.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man.
So the combat, when it does get updated, you mentioned, maybe Kiwami or the OG3 not having the most modern feeling controls. What exactly are they? Are they changing the whole style completely, Final Fantasy VII style, or is it quality of life?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of
improvements?
quality
Okay.
of life improvements that you saw from
Still
Kiwami
turn-based?
1 and 2. No, these games are not turn-based. These
Oh,
are
they
the
didn't
fighting
switch to
ones.
turn-based until
No, yeah, these are the newer ones. Those are the Yakuza Like a Dragon.
they were
is
always
the name.
beat 'em up, right?
Yes, always beat 'em up.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is going to be beat 'em up. This is going to be the same deal. You're running around, open world. Again, I've only seen screenshots like you were looking at of just looking at the screenshots of I know the villain. I've seen the villain. I know the guy of 3 specifically.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, you still need to play 2.
I need to
You're on
play
the
2, but
path,
the
okay.
villain of 3 I've seen before. I
So
just
how
don't
many
remember
are we
about it.
setting up to remake here?
I think 3.
Like for the fans that don't know, like how many is here in the line? How many do you think will get the remaster?
3 is the last one that you really need to remake. Out of the big 3 are the first 3. And after that, it's like, okay, we can do the rest of them, but we don't really need to.
How many more are there?
We have we're at Yakuza 8 now. So 6 was on PS3, 5 was also on PS3. I think 4 was also on PS3 maybe. So yeah, this I believe Yakuza 3 is on PS2. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad.
I did see that 3 was on PS3.
3 is on PS3. My bad then.
Yeah, somebody in the Twitch chat mentioned that.
Yeah, Yakuza 3 launched 2009 in Japan.
Yeah,
on
I wasn't
PS3.
alive then. Yeah.
You were 9 years old. Think about that.
Yeah, I was 10.
4,
So, I'm way
5,
older.
6. Wow, keep going. Do you expect next week, now that this has been kind of, leaked, we don't know if it's real or not,
We
but
don't know.
we'll see. Do you expect one more piece of Yakuza news on top of this? We already have Project Century. Now we have this. Is there a third piece here?
I would love it. I would love the tease. That's always the exciting thing with these RGG studio directs is that they have the ability to just be like, hey, here is a screenshot of what 9 is going to look like, because that's what they did for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. They went up there and they were like, hey, here's just like the screen grab, here's like it's going to be a dual protagonist game and we're just going to leave it at that and just kind of leave you guessing and excited. So there's definitely room for that. I think Kiwami 3 is they're going to show gameplay of that. That's going to be a real thing. We're going to actually be able to see what that game looks like, but I could see a tease for sure. I could see a tease of the future of Yakuza because, man, they're working. Or maybe they just show off Super Monkey Ball because, man, they always also make those games, which is insane.
So Stranger Than Heaven, Project Century is still TBA?
Yes.
Wow.
We don't have any date on that. Yeah, I want to see gameplay of that. I want to see full-on gameplay. I want to see.
That's where we're going to next, right?
You would think, yeah. I mean, again, they have so many avenues. I could see them doing Virtual Fighter before that. I really have no idea what this. Kiwami 3 can come out before all of those things, right? Kiwami 3 can come out in January, right? Like they are the pace they are moving is you are unable to kind of figure out where they're going to go next. So it's really exciting, and yeah, every single year I will put into the Smileys category of best studio RGG because they are pumping out games in a pace that you want as a video gamer, and also that is clearly has demand and is making money and is able to retain a huge staff. So hell yeah, shout out to Studio RGG. And you should play Yakuza 0.
I want to make our chat look absolutely insane right now, as if I'm activating like a rogue agent. I want everybody in the chat who knows ball, who is aware. I want you to type in the order of Yakuza games that I should play. And I just want to see like
see it.
0, 1, 2. Like I just want the chat to look like absolutely nuts right now. So audio listeners, this will do nothing for you. But I would like to know what the recommended order is.
Yeah.
Because I know when I recommend some games, I'm like, yeah, that is technically the first one, but dated wise, it may not. I know how that feels.
It's very simple, honestly.
0.
Yeah, everyone's starting saying that 0, 1, 2.
0, Kiwami 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I mean you don't need to do those.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you're fine.
Well, what if he wants to play them all?
If you want to.
Wait, you don't like those?
I'm not against it. That's just not how I played it, right? I went 0, 1, and then I skipped around, so I'm just all over the place. But it's whatever. It's like jazz, Andy. I think but as long as you start with 0.
Yakuza's like,
like
jazz. That's a good.
Yeah, but you have to start with 0.
Okay.
Yakuza is like jazz. Just start with 0, please. Jesus Christ.
Okay, but does do the rest of them do you not get spoiled on them? Because I know that friends of the show, Rahul Kohli and Ray Narvaez, they swear by this franchise. They play every one of them. Yeah. It seems like all of them have something to give. But
yeah. I mean, there's a lot to give, and all the stories are, especially 0 and 1, are so formative to the rest of that franchise. 0 and 1 as together as a package is so special. But yeah, they're all very unique stories that people love, and people swear by each of these games. Maybe not Dead Souls, which is like their zombie game that they did. That was
and
like
this is in
Ichiban,
right?
No, Ichiban is 7.
That's Like a Dragon.
Yes, it's Like a Dragon. Yeah, not to be confused with in Japan, they call it Like a Dragon.
He's 7? He's number 7 on the list? Wow.
Who are
he
they
comes
starting? Who's starring?
Yeah, who's the guy? Who's
Ryu.
this guy?
Ryu. Ryu.
With the suit, with the silver suit and the red undershirt.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I saw a lot of good cosplays of Ryu at PAX West.
Fuck yeah.
So now, if Andy and I wanted to, or if Andy wanted to,
Kiryu. Jesus,
he
I
would
said
buy.
Ryu, Jesus.
Yeah, I was
Oh my
was
God.
about to say, I was like, Roger, have
I'm off it, bro. This morning, I like
Thought
my
this man was a
overnight
Yakuza
oats.
expert.
I like my overnight oats, but I had to
Overnight
make oatmeal, and I don't know how to make oatmeal. So I made oatmeal, and it was like hard, and I don't know, and I ate it, and I wasn't happy with it. And I'm just
granola.
I'm not in a good mood, and I also drank canola.
That's granola. At that point.
Yeah, you're eating a Nature's Valley
I didn't put.
bar.
I got scared. And I didn't put it in the microwave long enough. And then now I'm also drinking a entire Celsius, and I'm not doing well. I clearly just called my favorite franchise the main character Ryu. I'm not doing well. I fucked up all of the names of where the games are. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I love this franchise, y'all.
So now, there's a buy Yakuza series starter pack that has Kiwami and Kiwami 2.
Yeah.
But you're saying there's a 0.
Yes.
So I should buy the Yakuza Complete series for $111 that has 0, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, Yakuza 3 remastered, Yakuza 4 remastered, Yakuza 5 remastered, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. Is that the order that it would be the best way to play?
Yes, technically, yeah.
That sounds like a
don't-
marathon stream.
I also-
we do all of them.
Well, I
That'd
mean,
be
yes.
fantastic.
I mean,
One
that's
day.
a great idea, y'all. We would love to lock Andy in a room.
Be here for 6 months.
We would love to lock in. Any opportunity to lock Andy in a room to play
We're
a video
high
game, we
on-
would love
we're
to do
really
it.
high on,
Little did you know that the Hollow Knight thing wasn't his idea. We just locked him in a room. we just kind of threw some goldfish in the room, and then he
So
walked in there.
Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Has that gotten a remaster? How
No,
up to date is
Yakuza 0 came out pretty recently. I believe
okay.
2016.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it was.
2016,
Yeah, it came out
2017.
recently. So this was them kind of being like, "Hey, here's the entry point. We know this. There's a lot of games in this franchise.
Wow.
Here it is." That's why it is such an easy answer. That's why everyone says 0, 0, 0, because it came out pretty recently. They made it with that in mind, and
It's modernized,
and also all
yeah.
the Kiwami games are kind of based on the fundamentals of what 0.
Now,
is
where
there.
does Judgment fall into this?
I have not played Judgment.
Okay, where
That's
do-
the only one I have played.
Really?
And I'd never beat it, but I was just like,
From my
this
understanding,
this
it's
isn't my
same
shit.
universe question mark, but like completely different characters.
So we have
Yes.
we have the main line here. We got Judgment on the side. What about Like a Dragon? Where's that?
Like a Dragon is.
The main line here on top.
It is Yakuza.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because they always called the series Like a Dragon in Japan.
in Japan.
Wow.
It's like
It was never called-
Biohazard and Resident Evil. Man.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
So-
but then they fucked up, and now they just call it Like a Dragon in America.
Yeah.
Now they've just screwed up
So
everything.
Like a Dragon is 7 and 8.
yeah.
Infinite Wealth. You know what I mean? I'm adding that.
Yeah.
Pirate
Pirate
Yakuza,
Yakuza.
it's its own thing.
Pirate Yakuza and Like a Dragon Pirate. No, it's part of the same thing.
So that's 9.
I mean, it's not 9, but yes,
But-
it's like 8.5. It's like when The Rock was going to do
Yes.
X and X 2.5 or whatever he was going to do.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Yeah, he said he was like, hey, we're going to do an X trilogy of, what was it, Fast X,
Oh,
Facts 2,
okay.
Facts, and he was
I thought
like,
he was making another Twitter. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna
oh,
make
yes, I forgot about that.
At
yeah.
first, I thought he was talking about the XFL. it's like a Lion King 1.5.
That's smart.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
Timon?
okay.
What's Timon and Pumbaa doing
What
throughout
are they
the
doing?
movie?
Yeah, we gotta
in
know.
the Anaconda for hours.
What's The Rock been up to in these other 4 hours? Okay, so the best movie here.
My favorite thing is like when I'm here, Mike just doesn't want me to leave, so we don't need to talk about this that long.
We don't know
We've been
Yakuza.
over.
How are we supposed to inform the fans? We don't know Yakuza.
This segment has been over for 5 to 6 minutes.
We're having fun, you know. It's
Pull up the
jazz.
Splinter Cell trailer. Let's pull up the Splinter Cell
It's
trailer.
jazz. You have to start at zero.
Let's pull up the Splinter Cell trailer. Let's have some fun.
Pull it up, Kev. Pull it up, Barrett. Because
I'd
You don't
prefer
have-
not to.
Oh, we already watched it last time. We already watched one.
Oh, on a show?
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
It's Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
They
I
need any help
I
making
watch it. I
it.
believe if we get taken down, take that out of my paycheck.
and this is story 2.5.
Yeah, story
At
2.
this point.
Let's add it on. Because let me tell you, I already watched this trailer, and I will spoil it. I did cry.
You were upset about the first time we saw it.
I
so
cried.
that's good.
I cried in my living room, and my fiance looked at me and said, "Man, I should not marry this man."
Oh, here we go.
How many beeps? Let's hear it.
Not many.
Been too long, Sam Fisher.
Good beard.
We don't have much time. McKenna has intel we can't afford to lose.
Man,
Why
why
don't you
can't
tell me why the entire Eastern Bloc wants a piece of you?
why can't the boys look like this? Or not the boys, Invincible.
Listen, watch. Blueprints of some sort.
A time for change is upon us.
Diana Shetland, This mission is personal.
It doesn't have to end like this, Sam.
They got Andrew Tate.
You ready, Cinderella?
Remember you called me Andrew Tate because I wear sunglasses?
Only 2 beeps.
Get up close, gather
Lot of
intel, avoid
restraints.
blowback.
Those who want the world to change know that they must break it.
We need you to move
Oh,
fast.
the fucking sound effects.
Damn,
The
dude,
nuclear
striving.
bomb
Question
sound.
everything.
Yeah, bro, they had
Have
that
to
in the
keep
game.
trying.
We didn't have much. We had 2 sound effects.
The sound effects. You mean the air horn that's been used in everything?
It's going to the beat though. That's sick.
Oh, he's fighting John Wick. That's crazy.
Nice of you to finally pay me a visit.
Fuck. I don't know.
Splinter Cell Death Watch is a nasty name.
I don't know anything about this white man, but like, it seems cool.
He's got
as
the
hell.
shit. He got the shit, bro. Yeah, I'm so hyped, man.
Yeah, so
I
what
went
should we
from
know?
I went from being kind of mid on it, and then I saw that trailer, and I'm like, man, it's been 13 years since I've been fed. I've been so hungry. I'm gonna devour this thing. You're gonna get a 50-minute Gamescast that no one's gonna listen to. It's just gonna be me ranting at a camera, telling you about Anna, bro.
Look, I know that there have been a lot of animated franchises that have gotten, or video games that have gotten animated franchise love. Not all of them have made the most sense in terms of like modernity and just like why that one. I feel that a little bit with Splinter Cell, but it looks so damn good
Yeah.
that like I think to myself like, man, Metal Gear, like
It
there's
feels right.
there could have been a lot of other awesome ones done too, but this looks so damn
It's
impressive.
good that he's the first, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's like if the pantheon of it's
feels like a
Splinter
season
Cell,
of 24.
Metal
Metal
that
I
would
need to not be on camera. I'm so glad I didn't host this, but I'm glad that I'm also here.
what was the last time we saw Sam Fisher?
Yeah, the last time we actually saw him was in
Rainbow Six
yeah,
Siege.
The
no.
mobile one.
Well,
Rainbow
yes,
Six
yes,
mobile.
and also Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon, with the one with John Bernthal. They
Johnny
did it.
B. Breakout.
Yeah, Johnny B. Breakout.
Fuck,
Breakpoint. They did like a DLC where he's old, and then he does like a sly little reference to Solid Snake in it, which is weird. He starts looking and being, yeah. He's like, yeah, there's only a few of us left. The guy with the headband or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What are we doing?
What are we doing, bro? He wasn't in Break. Yeah, it was a DLC thing. Yeah, it
He
was
had a
deal
crew
thing.
in X Defiant, but he wasn't part of the crew.
Wildlands. What was Wildlands?
Wildlands was before Breakpoint.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wildlands
Damn, it was
a
that long
time
ago?
Yeah.
I could have. Oh my god! God damn it!
That's easily a decade old.
Wait, so
What is happening?
I thought Bernthal was in
Johnny B was in Breakpoint. Yeah.
okay, he was in Breakpoint.
Yeah,
okay.
he was the guy in Breakpoint.
Wildlands was the one before that. Elite Squad Storming.
That's
no.
That's the
Elite
mobile
Squad is the
game.
mobile one.
Yeah.
That's the last time that I remember seeing it.
2017.
Yeah.
That's the last time we saw this. That's crazy. But the last time we actually got one was 13 years ago. It was 2013, which was Black. Jesus Christ, what's the name of that game?
Black Watch.
Nope.
Black Cell.
Nope. Why can't I can't speak to that.
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Did I nail it?
That's also a movie.
That's a
show.
That's a show. Man, you're just off it.
I need to
they should
leave. I
probably
need to
wait another
leave.
That's an Ultron.
Yeah.
Ultron's in Blacklist.
I need to leave, everybody.
The Blacklist. All
That's
right,
good.
Roger,
Thank
thank
you,
you for
everybody.
joining us.
Yeah.
I cried during that trailer.
Feel free to stick around for story number 3, Roger.
Remember when I got him to pull up a chair that one time?
That was awesome.
The whole time.
I'll tell you what else is awesome, everybody. Our amazing sponsors who help.
This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. You know that moment, the one when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach, or on the roof of your car, or in that gas station miles away. We've all been there. Nick Scarpino once left a pair of sunglasses in Vegas, and I've never heard the end of it. It wasn't my fault, but now they're Shady Rays. They've changed the game. These sunglasses are made for real life, seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, no replacements. So now Nick can wear his sunglasses without fear on urban hikes, at comedy shows, at the old folks' home, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That's shadyrays.com, code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Fall always feels like a reset. Between back to school, busier routines, and shorter days, finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef prep, dietitian approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. Factor removes the work and gives me a delicious, healthy meal in mere minutes. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, and for the first time ever, try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. Eat smart at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use the code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That again is code KINDAFUNNY50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with the code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Hey, Mike, happy anniversary to Hades 1, who launched in 1.0 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Man.
Happy anniversary. And guess what? Hello and welcome to the world of 1.0, Hades 2, very soon.
Another banger
Can you believe
incoming.
that? Wow.
Jeez Louise.
What date is that? That's like right around the corner, right?
I think it's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
it's next
gosh.
week.
Should probably be Hollow Knight.
You should or I should?
Both, honestly.
Yeah.
Now the question of will I return? I had a really great time playing my Steam Deck, watching you on Twitch and on YouTube, and I was sitting there playing. I got about 5, maybe 6 hours in, having a blast.
Hades or Silksong?
Silksong. And then I put it
okay.
down. Will I return?
Haven't
That's
thought
the
about it
problem.
since?
Haven't thought about it since.
We're doing our review on Friday. I'm really excited about it. Because we're fast tracking. We're fast tracking.
Now
we're there.
you're locking in.
The reason why Tim Geddes isn't here right now
Playing all day.
is because he was like, "Hey Andy, can you cover me and host the Gamescast? Because I'd like to really, really get Act 1 done at least."
Yeah.
And he told me what he had done, and I was showing him my game, and he was like, "No, I don't have that. No, I haven't fought them. No, I haven't done." I was like, "Dude, all right, Tim, for real, I know it's going to remove a little bit of the magic, but just Google things I should do in Act 1 before fighting the Act 1 final boss."
Oh, okay.
Because it was crazy the amount of stuff that he had not done, and the stuff that I was telling him that he was like, "Andy, you're fucking blowing my mind right now, because I don't know, you're speaking another language to me right now as far as all of the weapons and the little tools you can use in Silksong."
Yeah, all the crests.
He wasn't aware of 10% of what I was talking about.
That's
it was
crazy.
Time to lock in.
really, really impressive.
I wish I had done something similar in terms of Act 2 stuff to do before a certain thing. You know?
Just a little heads up for you.
Little heads up.
Yeah.
No heads up.
Stuff gets much harder.
Little $5 super chat from Napoleon, blown apart. Says, "Congrats on your baby, Andy. Rude of Tim to take the spotlight." I loved talking about that story on stream the other day because it really was Nick Scarpino walking up to me and going, "Look, man, I don't know why they're kind of singling us out like this." And he said, "I could be a daddy." And then winked at me. I was like, "You can't do that." And then we quickly devised a plan of what are we going to dress you up as to make you look like a baby. And then Mike came in through the clutch. You came in with a clutch.
I was at home.
Buying the shit.
I was at home, and I was not anticipating coming in. I was enjoying a day of just playing games, and Nick was like, "When are you coming in? I need you." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, what do you need?" He's like, "I need this happening now." I was like, "I'm 20 minutes away. At maximum. I don't know if I'm making it." But we made it.
You made it, though. You clutched up.
Every step of that conversation of you guys devising this plan made it worse and worse. Just like I was sitting at my desk, and every new idea, I was like, how did they push it even further?
It paid off.
I was like, "All right, are you just gonna go underwear underneath that onesie?" And he said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I am."
Fuck yeah.
And it was like, "All right, I hope a ball doesn't pop out." That was the main concern. Because I don't think Twitch likes if a ball pops out.
Yeah, but that would have put us on streamer fails and could have blown up the numbers.
Live stream fail, yeah, that is true. That is
I
true.
don't know if we want to be on there.
Yeah,
I would have been on it before.
What?
Blessing sucking on that popsicle was on it. Made a lot
really?
of traction. Yeah, if you didn't
We
know.
were also, the first time we were on it was when Jessica Negri was on the show, and Kevin cut to the overhead cam to show something we were looking at.
That was our most viewed Twitch clip ever. Yeah, I had to delete that.
A lot of cleavage. Joey Radstone with a $2 super chat says, start with 0. If you don't like that one, then stop.
Start with 0.
Start with
See
0.
If you like it.
If you don't like it, that's the training ground. That's the proving ground. If you're not into it, move on.
Wow, I'm surprised they wouldn't be like, yo, try Like a Dragon with Ichiban as well. Dip your toe into that.
Okay, I'm so confused because was Like a Dragon... I don't want to talk more about Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Kebabs, $2 super chat says, love you, Andy. One of my favorite kind of funny members from day one. Thank you, Kebabs.
Oh,
we're doing well.
Nice.
Chop liver. Send Nuggies with a $5 super chat says, Andy, breaking news. Bobby Pulido is running for Congress as a Dem in the Rio Grande Valley. Holy shit. Shout out to the Pulido family. Crazy right there, Jenny. That's crazy news. Let's move on to story number 3, and we'll get back to more super chats as we continue the show. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake is reportedly adding extra content and RPG mechanics, aiming for a March release. This comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. More information on the as-yet announced Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake has been reportedly revealed. French publication Jeux Vidéo Magazine, which has posted information on Ubisoft games in the past, says it has received details on the remake from a variety of anonymous sources. According to these sources, it seems likely that the game is looking at a March 2026 release, but at least one source suggested they weren't entirely confident this target would be reached, given how much work is left to be done. It's reported that Ubisoft Singapore, which previously worked on the naval battle element of Black Flag and went on to develop its successor of sorts, Skull and Bones, is leading development on the remake, which support reportedly coming from other studios such as Ubisoft Bordeaux, which was the lead developer on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Ubisoft Belgrade. I still don't know how to pronounce this, chat. Let me know phonetically. It's Jeux. Is it Joe Video?
Joe?
Is it just Joe?
Joe Video.
Joe Video reports that part of the present day sections from the original Black Flag are being removed and replaced with more pirate era content, resulting in a game that will be longer than the original. I love the idea of just being in the boardroom going, we could really up the percentages on our pirate content. Like, what a fascinating sort of thing.
We got 90%. The ratio is 90% pirate, 10% modern day. We need to up those numbers, baby. Also, this trailer, one of the best trailers.
One of the best.
One of the fucking goats.
I've seen some people say Jeux Video.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how they pull that off in terms of no modern day stuff, because slight spoilers for Black Flag. I'll be as vague as possible for this game that came out 12 years ago, I think, 2013. The story the kind of main crux of the Black Flag story leads into a big thing in the modern day. So I wonder if they change what the pivotal part of the story is. That seems kind of weird to me. Yeah, interesting stuff.
It could just be that maybe the things that they're wanting to change already had some ideas in pre-pro that never fully were explored. It's like, hey, we can do that. We can do that if we want to.
Again, slight spoilers. There's a character in the the pirate era that essentially lives on into the modern day, and that's a big reveal of oh shit, this is the same dude who's the villain in the main story, but now he's here in modern day. How's that happening? That's crazy.
Yeah. To continue with the story, estimates suggest around 4 hours of extra content have been added, including a section involving the Mary Read character, which was removed in the original game. The publication also says that sources have confirmed that the remake will feature more RPG-like mechanics, similar to recent Assassin's Creed titles, especially in terms of the inventory and loot systems, as well as combat and weapon and equipment stats. It's also claimed that Ubisoft plans to remove loading times to enable players to sail to each location in one unbroken sequence, something that's already possible in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and will add more content to the smaller islands on the map, which in the original game usually only contained a chest or two. Finally, it's noted that the game isn't aiming to be a complete remake in the style of Resident Evil 2 or 3, nor is it a simple remaster. It's claimed the remake will use the latest version of Ubisoft's Anvil engine, which... just as an aside, is a phenomenal
Got the
piece
juice?
of tech. Like Anvil
Okay.
is fantastic with what they did with Star Wars and how amazing that looks, and even Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, Fires of Pandora, Forests of Pandora.
You keep popping up that game. I'm gonna have to try it.
It's the
'Cause
most.
you know I love Far Cry games, but you've been pumping that game for the past couple years.
I'll tell you this: lock ourselves in the room, paint ourselves blue. Get ready. We get ready for Avatar 3.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude! Fuck, I can't wait for
my
Avatar
God,
3.
dude, it's going
I've
down.
said, like the better Avatar. I've always said, and most people agree. Avatar, it's using the Ubisoft's Anvil engine, which was used for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and will naturally look better than the original, but the publication warns that players shouldn't expect current-gen systems to be pushed to their limits. This is exciting stuff for Assassin's Creed fans. As you know me, every Assassin's Creed game that comes along, I go, this might be the one.
I think this is the one for you.
I think Shadows could be the one still.
Oh.
I'm gonna play Shadows. I'm gonna play Shadows and Yote at the same time.
Yeah, okay. We'll see how long Shadows lasts in that respect.
So yeah, Bear, what does this do for you as our Assassin's Creed dude?
And someone who loves Black Flag as well, like Edward Kenway.
I feel like
top tier protagonist.
I feel like Black Flag is, if you were to do a poll of all these Assassin's Creed fans, it would be like a top 3, right?
Yeah, Black Flag. People really love 2 and Brotherhood as well.
A lot of people hold on to Syndicate as well.
No, not a lot of people. Syndicate, we're a vocal minority, but Syndicate is secretly the best of the old school Assassin's Creed games in terms of gameplay and design. Anyways, I'm really excited about this as an excuse to return to that story. I love Edward Kenway's story. I love the crew and the other pirate crews that he becomes friends with. I think it's Blackbeard that you become homies with, and that's some of the best stuff where you actually get to be friends with historical figures in some way, shape, or forms, and like the fun recontextualization of some historical figures. So. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. In terms of like RPG stuff, I'm interested to see how they actually try to bring some of that stuff in. I also hope if you're going to add stuff like that, I hope you take out some of the old Assassin's Creed stuff that we have since moved on from, right? Like Black Flag, even though I love it so much, definitely had a lot of tailing missions, which like a lot of like, even AC fans early on were like, we got to get rid of tailing missions, and Black Flag was definitely one of the biggest culprits of that. So, yeah. And then the taking out the modern day stuff, I'm hesitant about that because that is such a pivotal point to that story specifically. And it's not very invasive. Like, I feel like maybe the modern day stuff is maybe like a total of 20 minutes throughout that entire game. So,
Mike, you stoked for this?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I have a little bit of concerns of adding the over-the-top RPG elements to it, right? I'm kind of just like, give me the old Assassin's Creed, buff it up, make it look nice, let's play it one last time, and then, probably never play it again. But
you don't want a purple cutlass?
Yeah, I don't really need to do all of that, but that is the way of the new Assassin's Creed. Fans seem to enjoy that. It's fine with me, and it's like, yeah, this seems on par for the course. If you were to be like, we're remaking Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I would expect them to add all that kind of stuff in. And hopefully it's a hit because that is a really beloved game. That's a special one.
Awesome. Let's move on to story number 4. Hollow Knight Silksong is reportedly already about a third of the way to Original's total sales, with Steam leading the charge. This comes from Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer. Hollow Knight Silksong has sold 3.2 million copies on Steam alone since its release. That is freaking nuts, dude. Ahead of its release, Silksong, that wasn't in the story, that was just me adding that. Ahead of its release, Silksong was the most wishlisted game on the platform. With 4.8 million wishlists, it seems the majority of those have converted into full sales. That's all led to large numbers of concurrent players. Silksong reached a concurrent player peak of 587,000 2 days after release, making it the 17th most played game on Steam. These sales are according to analysis from Game Discover in its latest newsletter, which adds Silksong has sold around 500,000 copies each on PlayStation and Switch. on both of the consoles, as well as reaching 1.5 million downloads on Xbox Game Pass. Of course, part of that success is down to the popularity of the original Hollow Knight. According to Game Discover's data, there's a 78.78% overlap in audience between the two games, with 22% of all Hollow Knight players on Steam buying the sequel. The original game sold 15 million copies, with sales skyrocketing due to the extended hype around Silksong. Massive.
Congratulations.
$20.
Wow.
That's what you do when you have all this sort of hype built up for many, many years, and it's $20, which is still crazy to me. And again, they are much better people than me. I would have gotten minimum 40. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I would have done minimum 40. But it is just still wild to me that I again will reiterate that I think this will be the last time that any sort of side scroller is talked about this much. Any 2D side scroller got that much hype. I think that'll be the last time we'll see anything like that. But this sort of thing gives me a lot of hope. I was talking about this the other day on stream, Mike, where this is kind of like the Elden Ring effect, where you are seeing Silksong kind of existing in spots where it usually wouldn't have in gaming communities and in Twitch communities. And it would be my number one dream for these people to have bought into the hype of Silksong and to have found a new love. Because I think a lot of these people, I think when you are the largest streamers on Twitch, it's kind of your job to play the latest and greatest, the biggest thing that's going to bring in a lot of eyes, right? A lot of excitement, a lot of hype. And when you do so, I hope that a lot of people were influenced to go, man, I want to play this, and maybe find their new love, and then suddenly go, oh shit, I'm all about this style of game. This could be such a massive win for the industry, aside from everybody having to push their dates and, Hell Is Us kind of getting clobbered in the sales and in the marketing. But I really hope that this leads to a lot of people kind of being awakened and going, oh, damn, I had no idea I'd be into this style of game. And now here I am, similar to what Elden Ring did for a lot of people when that was at its most, at the most massive amounts of power that it had.
I think you're going to see that, Andy. And if people do experience that, what are some recommendations that they should go chase maybe this high on? You talk about the genre, you talk about falling in love, right? Like, if I do fall in love with this, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have now. What other games should they be playing?
I would say, obviously, the first Hollow Knight is a good one to go back to. Little game called Nine Souls.
Yeah.
9 Souls.
Okay.
That is truly the Sekiro of this pocket of 2D platformer Metroidvanias.
Okay.
And I guess more than anything, not just I'm having my eyes opened to, Metroidvanias as a genre or whatever, as these, if brand new fans are getting into this going, I hope it's not just them being turned on to Metroidvanias. I hope I was only playing Fortnite before. I was only playing, whatever, Counter-Strike or Call of Duty. And now I'm being taught about this video game genre. I gave it a shot and holy shit, I'm into it. And I think Steam does a really good job, especially seeing that a lot of people were buying the game on Steam. Steam does a great job, and also the other platforms do of, hey, you liked Hollow Knight Silksong. Here are some other games adjacent, some other adjacent titles that are really highly rated. Like we just mentioned with 9 Souls, Blasphemous 2 is another absolute banger.
The audience has called out a great one, Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia Lost Crown.
Of course, I've seen some, if you want some cool style that I love from Drinkbox games, you can go over to Guacamelee.
Oh, Guacamelee 2 especially. Not
the
enough
chat
people
has
play
given out some great recommendations as well.
Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Great game.
That's a good game. That's a good one.
Ori, one of my all-time favorites. So, yeah, I think you are going to have that, Andy, right now. You're seeing that with the sales, and I think the world is really celebrating this. Yeah, how can you continue to promote that and tell people about some other great games in this genre?
Yeah, absolutely. The final story for today is story number 5. Casting calls for Amazon's Mass Effect series have leaked, and fans are now trying to guess which characters are included. This comes from Tom Phillips at IGN. Amazon's Mass Effect series has begun casting, and details of its characters have leaked online. From these, fans have begun trying to work out which of BioWare's beloved characters might appear in the show and what story it might adapt. The series is reportedly looking for a male star aged 30 to 39, described as a young Colin Farrell type, with a female co-lead aged 34 to 39 that is an alien character requiring prosthetics. Oh, fuck, we're getting Shepard and we're getting goddamn Liara and Tassoni. Oh, my God. Seeing these descriptions, many fans have suggested that these could be for a male Shepard and Liara. Other roles include a female character aged 30 to 49 who will provide a parallel narrative from Earth, something which sounds like the role of Anderson in Mass Effect 3. A role described as the lead male villain asks for a Doug Jones-like character, age 40 to 60, while a fifth character will be made male, age 30 to 49, described as a wrestler-like soldier, someone who sounds akin to James Vega. Oh, okay. These casting details have been posted online by insider Daniel Rickman, who previously also reported accurate casting details of Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot. It's important to note, though, that Amazon has said nothing concrete about the story arc planned for the series, and this show may not be the direct adaptation of BioWare's Mass Effect trilogy that many are expecting. This is so exciting. The fact that you're looking for an equivalent to James Vega kind of throws me off, because James Vega is not in part 1.
Okay.
And so that kind of makes you go, okay, what area are we sort of planning here? But I mean, prosthetics, male character, prosthetics on the female character, that's got to be Liara. This is all super exciting. The Doug Jones character, I got to assume that's Mordin Solus. You're looking for someone tall and skinny and freaky.
Okay.
Very slender type, proportions on your character. It's going to be really odd because it's going to be weird how they pull it off, because these characters they exist in a video game, and not all of them have human proportions. Like, you could put a human in a Garrus costume with prosthetics and make that work. But Mordin Solus is a skinny little neck dude with a weird ass head shape, and you're going to have to do, I would have assumed Mordin Solus would be a CG character, but you're going to have to do a lot of work to make that not look goofy. It's going to be similar, Bear, to, what's his face? The dude with the teeth popping up in The Mandalorian.
The dude with the teeth?
The cowboy with the teeth. Sharp teeth.
Oh, shit.
Glup Shido.
Yeah, Glup Shido. And he has the big hat.
Yeah. Cade Bane.
Cad Bane. Thank you.
It's going to be a similar thing, I think, with that, where
you're just like, ew.
You're used to what your character looks like in your property, because that's an animated show, and animated characters can have whatever proportions you want them to have. And then when you try to translate that to TV, things are off, because that's a human under there.
It looks fucking weird.
And you can't give him the tiniest little skinny neck, and so that's gonna be one where I'm really worried to see what Mordin Solus ends up looking like.
I think not all live action is created equal in terms of translating something from like animated to live action. And I think in the case of Cad Bane, that's like, I think that was poor costume direction, honestly. So it's really just about, who's on task to really make these things, make these adaptations feel and look alive and true.
Dude. Are you worried about this in any way, shape, or form? Do you think they can nail that? Nail this Mass Effect?
I've seen them nail so many other things in terms of like just excitement and quality.
Yeah. And
even though I thought the Fallout show was like a good show, I wasn't like blown away by it, but the fact that we're getting these competent pieces of media and not just like trash fire things, I'm so pumped. I can't believe that this is actually happening, because this has been on the bucket list for me since the streaming wars were not even wars yet, when they were in their infancy, where we're all going, holy shit, what I would love an Overwatch show on Netflix, and we're all kind of shooting for the stars in terms of what we would love to see and how we would love video games to be translated. To see a Mass Effect show finally happening, it's been the one that feels the most easily translatable, because although Mass Effect is very player choice heavy, it's still not like I'm worried about the Elden Ring movie. I'm more worried about that. That's being told in a completely different way. That game's story is a totally different way of you absorbing this story. How do you make that happen on a movie? But Mass Effect, I feel like, is so primed for this. Huh? Holy shit. It could be really, really exciting. And Mike, I mean, that news is very, very huge.
Huge news.
But I'm tired of all that big news. If I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go?
Andy, I take you to our last news story, the We News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
I'm going to add this to the We News.
Okay.
The first official Silent Hill F review is in, and it's positive.
Oh, snap.
Comes from Chris Scullion. He was reporting that Rio Kutia 2089, as reported by Rio Kutia 2089, the review praises the game's visual beauty, acknowledging its rural 1960s Japanese setting and describing its visuals as horrifying and grotesque yet breathtaking. That comes from Famitsu, which gave the score 36 out of 40. So all full reviewers gave it a 9 out of 10. Pretty exciting. Netflix has released the season 1 trailer for its upcoming animated series of Splinter, so we watched that earlier, so go check that out in case you only fast forward to Wii News. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is coming to Nintendo Switch this November. Dragon Quest Smash Grow. What? Officially announced for Android and iOS, closed beta October 14th. Little Nightmares 3 demo is available on PC and console later today.
Oh,
that progress.
Cool. They're going to have multiple multiplayer as well in that? That could be cool.
I don't know. Well, yes, but I don't know if you could do couch co-op.
I think it's only online. You have to be set up with someone on a different thing.
Yeah.
Also, progress does not carry over for that demo, by the way.
Okay. Good to know. WWE's 2K25's Attitude Era DLC pack arrives today, along with an extra paid expansion, adding Goldberg and Nikki Bella. And finally, Dan Stapleton, who is IGN's director of reviews, is retiring. He writes on BS. That's Blue Sky 10. So, a bit of an announcement. I'm retiring. My last day at IGN will be October 1st. After that, I'll be a full-time dad for a bit while my kids are of an age where they'll think spending time with me is cool rather than lame. It's been a huge honor and privilege to run reviews here for the past 12.5 years.
That's sick.
Shout out to Dan Stapleton. Big news.
Really quick, just as a follow-up to this, I think it's been announced that Tom Marks is maybe heading up reviews. Ooh. And he's put out a lot of things here. Effective immediately, the only allowed score is 7.9. He is mad with power, and I just think the word gameplay is now banned, as are video game and battle pass.
They're gonna have to find ways around that.
Yeah.
Maybe they go back and give Ghostbusters Frozen Empire a better score for Greg.
Well, I think
like
this
that.
is video
Or
game
Rainbow Six
reviews. I
Extraction.
think
maybe he'll lobby for that.
I don't think Dan was in charge of movie reviews. IGN review policy is no longer that
go
you
with the
must
joke
beat a
here.
game, but instead play exactly 40 hours, regardless of context or genre.
I love that one. That's a good one.
Sure, everything is evaluated on an even playing field.
That is a good one. Shout out to Dan Stapleton. Shout out to Tom Marks.
I get 2 fun ones to end We News. Number 1, Andy. Let me take you to Fantasy Critic Report 2025. It's brought to you by Snowbike Mike, because there's been
And
some
Mountain Dew.
shakeup. There's been some conversations, and there's been a whole lot of blasts. Baja Blasts.
Oh, shit.
That was pretty
Mountain Dew.
Dew. Of course, many of you last week said, oh my God, wow, Paris just scored so big with Hollow Knight Silksong. Surely he's going to win. Paris is in the driver's seat. Well, I'm happy to report, as of Wednesday, September 17th, 2025, you got a new number 1 at the tippity top. Team Andy made me pick it. Scores big. Thanks to the nerds out there. The nerds came through for your boy Snowbike Mike, because Trails
in the Sky.
first chapter has delivered an 88 overall. You gotta believe in the nerds, and I will now be playing this video game to celebrate this win for me. I, of course, as many of you know, I'm scheming. Okay, me and my 1.2 Roger Picorni.
I'm cheating.
We're cheating. 1.1.
We're cheating, just so you know.
The Reddit knows all about it.
We
Put
are
this out and send it to
100%
Blessing,
cheating,
please.
Okay, and your boy Snowbike Mike still has 1 to deliver, but I got 1 opening left. And this Friday, you will have a conversation with me and Roger on Games Daily where we will show you our plot. We will show you our evil genius plan.
Do you really want to do that
And
in
we'll
front
be
of me?
making a move.
Because I'm running that show.
Just be prepared for what could happen.
Be prepared.
This Friday, Fantasy Critic gets another major update.
I swear to
okay?
God, if you were able to get Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 scored as a partial remake,
A lot of people know we're in the Discords.
Yeah.
They're working. Like there are handshakes in shady back alleys. A lot of stuff is going on.
I've told this guy over on Fantasy Critic, I'll give him a lot of money.
What if I sip you 100?
Just put the tag on it. You're going to be fine. Andy, let's switch gears now.
Yeah.
To a Snowbike Mike update. I got to go hands-on with Battlefield 6.
Ooh.
Once again, we had a great time with the beta, but now I got to see 2 new maps coming your way, and I got to play the largest map in Battlefield 6 and an old school one from Battlefield 3, Operation Firestorm, coming back. And so now I get to report on my time with 2 new maps. Operation Firestorm, which is from Battlefield 3. That's 15 years old now, Andy, coming your way. Nice little update, a nice little, I don't want to call it a reimagining because it's Operation Firestorm, but they did add some new stuff in there to make it a little more playable, make it up to date for 2025, and it's fantastic. Yes.
I always thought Firestorm was the Battle Royale.
Okay. I think it's Ring of Fire, I believe.
Okay.
Chat, correct me on that one. I don't know if it's called Firestorm or not. The map is Firestorm.
You can't call the map Operation Firestorm. That's
Well,
what
it was 15 years ago. It was a different time.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't have battle royales back then.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So Operation Firestorm is the big oil refinery map. You've seen it before, set in the desert, a big mega facility in the middle, a giant oil tower up on the top that a lot of people will fight for. It was very cool to see that one come back to life. At first, I was like, man, what a wild pull. Battlefield 3 of all things. We're going to go back to Operation Firestorm. We're not going to go to Shanghai and Battlefield 4. We're not going to go to all these different maps that we've had before this. But you know what? I'm happy to say it was pretty good. So that was a good time. I'm pleased with what they did. But what everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Coming out of that beta, they said, we want to see bigger maps, which I was like, wow. I thought they nailed these maps right here. You want to go bigger. And they said, hey, we got one for you.
Hold our beer. I was going to say hold our
beer.
Battlefield.
So I got to play their largest map at launch, which is Mirak Valley. Okay, and has a major focus on vehicles. Mirak Valley, if I could give you something to think about, would be very similar to that mountain pass that we played on during the beta. Kind of think of that setting. You're in a mountain, you're in a canyon, you're in the bottom of that valley there, and it is large. It is very big. It is one of those maps, Andy, where you're going to say, man, it takes a long time to go from point A all the way to point B over there. When I say a big focus on vehicle, though, when they say that, there is a lot of vehicle action here. There's 2 jets, 2 helicopters on each team. So you got 4 things in the sky, 4 things in the sky at any given time. No. 4, 8. You got 8 things in the sky at any given time to be mindful of. No, that's not
Like
wrong.
vehicles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, jet fighters and helicopters in the sky. And then on the ground, there's probably 6 to 8 ground vehicles per team, from tanks to ATVs. So there was a lot of cars. There's a lot of movement all around you. But the map itself, a little unimpressive.
Oh, why?
So here's the thing, Andy. It feels too similar to the last map we just played that I described over there up on the peak. But this one in particular, the middle is the big playground. It's got 2 giant under construction towers that you're going to go battle back and forth between. But the outsiding areas are just small, like little towns and villages. And it just doesn't have much pizzazz, much excitement over there that I want, like POIs and interesting spots.
Are they close quarters battles happening over there?
Each zone that has like this is the A plot,
Right.
this is the B plot. Those are really well detailed close quarter zones that you're going to have some really good interactions with. But then, of course, you're going to have the rest of the stretch of the map where it's like, yo, Andy, pick me up in a car. We got to drive all the way over there, right? So that is what players wanted. They wanted this big map. They wanted this sprawling one. I guess for me, I was looking for something a little bit different. They had showcased so well in Cairo with that city and kind of having that more like you're in deep downtown. This feels good. I wanted more of that stretch longer. This is very much of like, here's the kind of the city feel of that intense close quarters. Everything else, it's going to be pretty spread out. It's going to be pretty rural, and I didn't love that. But it was impressive. It looked good. It played well. We even got to play a new game mode, which I think people are going to really, really like. This game mode is very similar to Conquest. It's called Escalation. So it's a new game mode within that. It has a different scoring style. So it's first to 3. But get this. Imagine the whole map now has every single conquest point on the map. A through E, right?
Okay.
And so when you start on either side, your team is close to A, B, E, and D. And then in the middle is B, C, 3 different spots. And so your goal here on your team is to collect 3 points within the map to earn 1 point. And so if my team takes A, B, and the middle 3 spots, we get 1 point. But then it deletes A. So the closest spot to our base is now
Makes
deleted,
it harder for you.
which means we have to go B, get the middle territory, and then your side of the map, which is E, right? And so we had this really fun back and forth of like, we had A and B, but we couldn't get the middle 3 because there's 3 in the middle. They have to get to earn 1 point, kind of just making a lot in there. And we had to push over to your side to steal your D over there, which was really, really cool.
Can't steal
so
the
we're
D.
stealing points. And then on the opposite side, if the other team scores, they subtract the side. So at one point, we had this really awesome back and forth match where both teams had 2 points. So we deleted A and D, E and F. You can imagine what I'm talking about. And it was just a battle for the middle points. So it was like which team can control all 3 points at one time to win it. It was really, really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that was a really highlight of like, wow, nice new game mode. Really well done. Really fun to play.
You still keyboard mousing?
Keyboard
You
mousing.
still 360 rule?
I'm feeling good. At home, I got it dialed in. Kevin, loosen up my cord. Loosen up my cord.
Kevin, can we get the
What are we
fucking cord
doing?
loosened?
He's trying to kill it.
Kevin's
I can't do it.
fucking Mike is using like a 6-inch cable on his mouse. It's insane.
Ladders are in. Got to experiment with the new ladder that you saw on the videos where they had the ladder, like we're assaulting the building. Guy puts down the ladder and throws it up into a window.
Just love the idea. Ladders are back.
Ladders are fucking
I don't know what that means.
awesome.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed the ladders. That was really cool because they were a cool highlight on the trailer that weren't in the demo. So we got
Gotcha.
to experiment that. For all of you shotgun heads out there, they did say, hey, Mike, we balanced the shotgun. It's going to take more shells to kill people. So
Because that was
okay,
very
that's cool.
OP.
And then
I
this one
remember.
kid proceeded to dominate me with the shotgun. So, they're still pretty good. They're still pretty good. They also showed off some other cool stuff. There's a decoy that looks great. So like imagine you put down this soldier decoy mannequin that like on the bottom half is just a stick, but on the top half, it's like a full-on mannequin and it looks good. From far away, you're like, I think that's a guy.
Man.
And so people were throwing mannequins all around and it was super fun to see. So
I'm going to get fooled so much.
Battlefield, I'm happy to report, still has the juice. The large scale map is very large. If you are looking for the big map feel, you are going to get that with the Valley. Operation Firestorm is also very large and still great as can be from Battlefield 3. So a big win. I think the fans are going to love this. I know they're going to love this. And October can't come soon enough for Battlefield fans.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be great.
Thank you for that wrap up right there, Mike. Let's read a couple super chats before we go. Portland Kevin with a $10 super chat says, I don't want to see Shepard in the Amazon series. I'd rather have an original story and characters in that universe. If they have Garrus, though, they should just get Brandon Keener. That's the voice. I could totally see that. Just do a similar thing what Twisted Metal did, where you got who do you have as the body of
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe is the
and,
body. Yeah.
The other guy.
I think it was Job from Arrested Development was the
Will
voice.
Arnett.
Will Arnett, that's right.
Nailed it.
We have a $5 super chat from Snowbike Mike. Says, hi Mike, I los you. I love you. Okay, it says los. I love you unlike kebabs from Roger.
Wow, Roger, thank you so much. That's so nice.
Okay,
of you.
well,
Two,
really,
two E's at the end of unlike as well.
Really
It seems,
just-
seems like Roger was having a
really
stroke
just told
there.
on yourself immediately with my bad. I should have kept that
Thanks, Roger.
a bit more secretive. $5 super chat from Raymond K. Hessel, who says, Barrett, I asked this yesterday, but you were busy skating. Which story is better, Nine Souls or Silksong? Because I just beat the former.
Nine Souls hit me in a way that I wasn't expecting, whereas at least my experience with Silksong is really cool with lore and how they deliver it, and there are still like story beats that get you when you understand the full context of certain characters. But I think the commentary that Nine Souls had, I think was more of my jam and more of my shit. But I don't know. It feels like apples and oranges almost, just of like what they are doing. Very similar, like influences in terms of gameplay, right? But yeah, in terms of story, they're just two different beasts.
Yeah, I think Silksong's been killing it with the way that they are delivering story beats. And the way that, I don't know, I just think it's pretty amazing.
But the commentary in Nine Souls of like leadership trying to actually take itself accountable for the end of a civilization is that shit hit.
Commentary in Silksong, amazing as well.
Yes.
Only special features with a $5 super chat says, Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Still one of my favorite things Kind of Funny ever participated in and showcased in so many wonderful creators. That comes from Mario R. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate you, big dog. $5 super chat from Signed VL says a fan ad flinked to the finish. Bravely launched on Silksong Day and needs love. A tied together team platforming racer. Fling to the finish. Oh, is it kind of like Esophaguys? Remember that game?
That was cool.
We should have done a party mode with the Esophaguys.
Fling to the finish looks cute. Okay.
Have another final super chat from JB Bonifacio. $5 super chat says, if you combine Expedition 33, Silksong, and Hades 2, it's only 1/10 as good as the Skate Early Access. Damn. It's a big call.
Talk about that
That's an opinion.
That's a big take right there.
That's yep.
And a $20 super chat, very, very generous, from Snow, who says, happy birthday tax, or it's my birthday tax, and a little extra for Tim's big news. Well, happy birthday to you, Snow. Happy birthday to everybody supporting. Like,
send in 5 more for Andy's big news as well.
Yeah, and I mean, mine at least had a lot more visual, I think, stimulation. Shout out to Hype Geek as well for the $10 super chat. Check out Hype Geek. A lot of very, very supportive people on YouTube. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate everybody subscribing and supporting. I was gonna read You're Wrong, but we're way too long in it. We're way too long, and we also probably crushed it, most likely, Mike. But this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. You can get Kind of Funny Games Daily on YouTube, Twitch right now, podcast services around the globe. Make sure you like the videos. Make sure you comment for the algorithm. Make sure you share it with your friends. And until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.